Hi there YouTube, this is Rich from Fashion and Fragrance bringing you a first impression video today. So this is actually going to be Cedre by Serge Lutens. So I got this one, I blind bought it just because I've heard that they are actually discontinuing the 50 milliliter bottle. So I figured, based on the notes, it seems like it could be something I'm interested in. So I'm just going to briefly talk about the notes and the release. So this was released back in 2005. Of course, perfumers Christopher Sheldrake as usual. And the notes here are kind of interesting, so I like most of them, except not big about one. So I'm just going to list them off. So they are tuberose, musk, amber, cloves, cedar, and cinnamon. So I like 5 of the 6. Of course, these are going off of Fragrantica. I am not sure exactly what the real notes are. As usual, Serge Lutens is pretty inconspicuous as to what exactly his fragrances contain, but we can guess at the very least we know that there is tuberose and cedar in here based on the little blurb from his marketing. So I like everything except usually tuberose. I am not usually the biggest white floral person, so I am pretty interested to see how this is going to turn out. Based on the reviews I've seen, it seems like it could be kind of an ambery fragrance, and also obviously woody due to that cedar. Apparently this is supposed to be what Féminine Dubois would smell like in a parallel world of some sort. So this is supposed to be like a different, I guess, bizarre world take on Féminine Dubois. So whereas that is fruity and woody, this is more in the woody but also kind of dark with the amber and all the spices. I'll be honest, I've never smelled a fragrance I didn't like that had cloves in it. I'm a huge clove fan in fragrances. So let's see what this smells like if I can take off the wrap. And usually for these, I do tend to still use the sprayer. I'm not a big fan of the splash. I feel like you use way too much of the fragrance and it does change the smell quite a bit. So sometimes fragrances can smell better, in my opinion, if you actually dab it versus spray it, but we're gonna go with the spray for this one since that is usually how I have all my bottles set up. I usually don't have the dabber for them unless and they are of course a bell jar. So excited to smell this one. Hopefully it is as great as people say it is, and it looks like this is actually an older batch. I think so. I'll find out after I check the batch on this if this is an older one. This is definitely an older style box, as you can see, and the label a little bit older, not quite the beige label of the fragrances that they usually used to have. I have my Chergui and such still in the beige, along with Araby, which I know they also do not have anymore in these bottles. So let us see what this smells like together. Of course, I know with Serge Lutens, definitely can change on the skin a lot depending. So again, this is just first impressions. Obviously things can change. We'll see if I approve of this. Make sure I don't have anything on this one. Try to keep a little bit clean today so I can make sure I don't have to worry about mixing fragrances. All right, just do one spray. I know sometimes some fragrances work better with multiple sprays, but we'll just try one for now. Interesting. So yes, this definitely does not scream tuberose, thankfully. Trying to think what this reminds me of. I can see the association of Féminine Dubois in a parallel universe of some sort. This is definitely a warmer fragrance than the Féminine Dubois, and definitely denser. I mean, all those notes are pretty dense. I'm just gonna do one more spray because it's actually pretty hard for me to, it's pretty well blended, as sometimes Serge Lutens tends to be, a lot of his fragrances are blended immaculately. Sometimes it's hard to even smell what they are. Okay, so on the second spray, I definitely do get more of that tuberose, but it is not like a really in-your-face tuberose. It's not like in Tuberose Criminel, for example, which actually I do like that fragrance. I mean, it's Serge Lutens, so usually I like anything he does, but this is definitely a warmer fragrance. And while there's that floral aspect of the tuberose, it is not like something that is in your face at all. It's not like indolic in nature or anything like that. So I do get the tuberose. It's a little bit more prominent now than it was on just one spray. This is definitely a well-blended fragrance. Be honest with you, it's very hard to pick out the notes right now, except that tuberose, and then there's like this warmth to it. Obviously, we have those heavier notes, the spices and such. The cloves are not terribly apparent. They're there. Obviously, that gives that unique kick that cloves does, but it's not, again, really out there if you're not a clove enthusiast like I am. I don't think you'll hate this at all. If you like a warmer fragrance, I think this is actually going to be a good one to try. Very interesting. Very interesting. I wish I had more to say about it. It's very well blended. If you are not big on tuberose, if you're not big on cloves, don't be shy from this. Like I said, I'm not huge on tuberose, but this one is definitely well blended. Definitely a fall. You'll learn very quickly I'm not big about seasons for any fragrance, but if I was to add a season to this fragrance, or what it represents to me, would be definitely a fall fragrance. Almost like you're lost in this deep autumnal forest, you know, where all the leaves are orange, and I don't know, it's a very warm fragrance, but not like warm as you can't wear this in the heat. I probably could wear this easily. The tuberose lifts it up a bit. If it probably didn't have that tuberose, it probably would be really just dense, kind of like, you know, his other usual styles of oriental fragrances. But it's well blended, not overly sweet at all. That tuberose is definitely coming out here, but is so well balanced with that cedar and the amber and the spices, where they just combine into one. It doesn't come off bubblegummy either. There is that sweetness, but it's not bubblegummy. There's that warm, spicy tone, of course, thanks to the cloves and cinnamon and whatever else may be in here. Now, I could be wrong. Based on the notes on Fragrantica, it doesn't indicate that it exists, nor does, obviously, Serge Lutens, but there is something piney about this. Maybe eucalyptus in nature, something in that realm, like almost mentholated. Again, it could be the tuberose, because tuberose can kind of give off that camphor, well, mentholated camphory smell, kind of like in Tuberose Criminel. It's probably what it is. It's probably the tuberose, but it does give off almost like a eucalyptus vibe. Not so mint. It's not like a cool smelling, but again, it's because of all those notes in there. It's really warm still. Very interesting. I'm intrigued to know what the dry down smells like on this, because it is a soft scent, but because of those notes, I can tell it's probably going to be on my skin for a long time. But I don't see it as being like a projection monster at all. almost like a soda vibe now too coming out. It's actually really nice. I'm actually really glad that I got this. It's very unique. Definitely something I don't have in my collection. And I own a lot of Serge Lutens, but I do not own this one. Again, Cedre. If you're watching this video, probably you can no longer find the 50 ml bottle. I got this off of eBay. It was actually the second to last one, and when I bought mine, I saw that it didn't exist anymore on the original seller's page. I got this for like a little over $60 USD, which is really good in my opinion. That's kind of like the average 50 ml off on the gray market for Serge Lutens, but considering you can't get this anymore, definitely I think it's a good pickup. If you can find this for that price, I definitely would recommend, if you're okay with blind buying, to check it out, because this is actually really nice. It's coming down really nice. I get more of that musky smell to it now. So if you like musky, warm fragrances, but not like incredibly warm if it's too dense for you, I don't think this is too dense. If I was to compare this to something else in the Serge Lutens line, I would say maybe Renaud Constrictor from the Section d'Or line. Kind of has that vibe to it, because I think Renaud Constrictor does have like that musk, but also has like a eucalyptus note in there kind of as well. So very similar in terms of that. So if you like that smell, or if you haven't smelled that, I would definitely recommend to check out Renaud Constrictor, just because I think they're kind of in a similar family. Still different enough though. I think this is actually a little bit warmer than that one is. But yeah, so that is my first impression of Cedre by Serge Lutens. Again, if you enjoy this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope to do some more content like this in the future. Just wanted to do this real quick since I just got it right now. But I hope to do some more first impression videos as well. And again, this is Rich from Fashion and Fragrance, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.